This is a WTV web update on the Wartburg Circuit. I'm Jeannie Edson.
You're watching WTV News, live on Wartburg Television. From the Grant Price Studio. Breaking news, local coverage, and sports. This is WTV News.
Breaking news from the Waverly Shell Rock School District tonight. After 43 years in education, Superintendent Jerry Weierberg will be retiring after this school year. He formally made the announcement at tonight's board meeting. Weierberg says there is nothing wrong with the school that is causing him to retire, but that it was just the right time to do so. He made this decision now to give the school board enough time to find his replacement. Weierberg's tenure at WSR will end of July 1st of next year. Campus security revealed 2 complaints about someone shooting paintball guns on campus. This is where the 2 Wartburg students were shot outside of Centennial Complex. Paintball guns are not allowed anywhere in campus, including in cars and Wartburg parking lots. Security says to let them know if you see someone with a paintball gun. We talked with one Wartburg student who got shot.
We were trying to get a human for the human versus zombies game. I was hiding behind a bush and a guy I couldn't see because it was really dark popped out from behind the bush and shot me with a pretty weak paintball gun in the back twice.
Instead of trick-or-treating for candy, Wartburg students went trick-or-treating for canned goods. For the first time, student members of MANA went around Waverly on Halloween collecting canned goods for the Northeast Iowa Food Bank. By the end of the night, MANA had collected a total of 250 items. The trick-or-treat was open to anyone, and MANA President Ellen Schwartz encourages more people to help out next year.
Last year, FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, did it, and so since they're no longer doing it, we decided to pick it up, especially since we do go down and volunteer anyways at the food bank. Just figured another way to bring in food, something for us to give to them.
The floods of 2008 were over 4 years ago, and eastern Iowa has just about fully recovered. Last week, WTV's Ben Hoppenworth took a look at those affected by the Hurricane Sandy and what they could learn from the recovery right here in eastern Iowa.
Last Monday night, Hurricane Sandy rocked the east coast of the United States, leaving hundreds of thousands of people without power or without a home. I spoke with one Wartburg alum, Kate Phillips, who was lucky enough to avoid any damage from this historic storm.
I'm elevated. I'm in one of the higher elevated parts of Manhattan, so we had the effects of the storm and the wind, but we didn't see the flooding or the power outages that they had downtown.
Seeing storm damage and specifically flood damage is something that is all too familiar to the Cedar Valley. Whether it's downtown Waverly during the floods of '08 or lower Manhattan during Hurricane Sandy, seeing your city devastated is never an easy thing to see.
It definitely makes it more real to know, oh, I know that neighborhood when it looks normal and now it's underwater.
Bremer County Emergency Management Director Kip Ledecky says no matter how well they recover, if it's anything like 2008 in Iowa, things will never be the same.
We never recovered 100% to what we were pre-flood, and we never will, because what was normal then is not normal now.
That change to a new normal in New York is just starting and will most likely be one of the longest and most expensive recoveries in recent history. Some saying that the cost of this recovery could exceed $50 billion. And there's one key piece of advice that Ledecky says could at least keep the recovery time down.
We're from Iowa. We don't sit around waiting for people to come in and clean up for us. If the folks on the East Coast have a get it cleaned up, let's get back to the new normal mentality, then it probably will be about the same amount of time.
No matter how you recover, whether it takes 2 years or 10 years, Phillips hopes the recovery process will be able to start soon.
Anything else, and so it does hit home, and hopefully, everyone will be able to get back and running soon, and we're still kind of trying to figure out what the damage is.
This has been a WTV web update on the Wartburg Circuit. Thanks for watching.